Whether you're an investor, real estate broker, lender, appraiser, in this video, I'm going to go over some time-saving techniques that I use to become super efficient in my business. And if you can steal a couple of them, awesome. Let's jump into it. Let's go. I was on George Roberts' the Foundery Multifamily podcast, and he asked me to walk through my day very quickly on how I save time and become more efficient in my own business. Take a listen.
And I'd like to ask you about time management. How you manage your own time greatly impacts your success. And I want to say that you, I believe, take time management to a form of art. I know you hire a driver for your longer trips so you can continue work. What are some of the other things that you do to make the absolute most of your time?
So every bit of my day is sort of scheduled by the minute. I think part of being efficient is having a very strict daily schedule in everything you do. I'm very monotonous in everything I do. I wake up at 4:50 every single morning and I knock out the gym part of my day. And why do I mention the gym and not business? Well, I think having good health it's a really big key component. And I've tried to do it at different parts of the day, during lunch, in the evenings. It just doesn't work. To me, in business, you got to knock it out first thing in the morning, or it just doesn't get done, or it's easy to not get it done. Then I'm coming home, I'm having my breakfast, I'm doing my shower, I'm in my office ready to make my first calls by 8:30 a.m. And what I do is from 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. every single day, Monday through Friday, that is what I call my deep work time. And deep work is a book. The whole idea here is that you're carving out a small window of time in your day where you're doing the highest quality thing you can do in your business. For me, it's being on the phone or being in contact with my top customers. 79% of my transactions are done with the same people over and over again. That's for any broker. It's the 80-20 rule. That 2-hour window, I'm in this office. My doors are closed. My family, my dog knows you don't come in this room during that time. And I'm not looking at social media. I'm not answering a bunch of emails. I'm not answering calls unless that person it's like on fire. A deal is falling apart and there's an exclamation mark. So my whole world is put out so that I can dedicate for just that time. And if you can do that number one thing, that's the most important thing that only you, George, can do, then it can be very, very beneficial. But many of us, we let the beeps on our computer let us know an email is coming in and we hop on it. We check social media real quick. Someone knocks at the front door. They're meeting you about something that needs to be repaired in your house. All those things, they're blocked out. And if you can imagine how productive we could all be killing it on the number one most important thing in our business for 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. Lunch, I'm usually trying to have lunch with someone and or my family. And then from basically 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I'm returning all the calls and emails that I didn't do in the morning because those pile up pretty quickly. And my whole goal is always to be done by 6 p.m. Many, many years ago, I had to create this kind of system for myself. So I wasn't working 24/7. So I'm done at 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. I don't work on weekends unless it's fun, like YouTube or a market report. I enjoy doing those things. But I tell you all that because by having a strict schedule that you actually listen to forces you to be efficient in everything. So it forced me to hire an assistant a long time ago in my business, whatever it was, 10 or 15 years ago. Personal assistant, does just about everything in the business and sometimes things personal. Takes care of everything that I shouldn't be doing. I have a driver that drives me everywhere. If it's more than 45 minutes away, they take me. I have a whole desk system set up so I can make calls and emails and all those things. I farm out all kinds of stuff. So rather than hiring full-time, I only have one staff member. Everything else is farmed out. So for instance, if I'm busy and I get 3 listings in 1 week, which only happens maybe a couple times a year, that I get all of them at one time, I can only underwrite so many deals before too much time has passed and the seller's wondering where the hell it is. So I'll hire outside analytics company to underwrite a couple deals for me. I outsource some of my computer work, someone else sometimes who catches up on my social media stuff. So it's just really, really important to be able to put some of this into others' hands, which takes some trust, but we're all doing this to have a life. Unless you put strict parameters that forces you to become efficient, then you're going to be a slave to this business. And it doesn't matter how rich you are at that point. I'm glad you stuck around and gave that a listen. Down in the description below, I give a link to Despard Analytics, which is a group I sometimes use to help me with underwriting when I'm busy. Be sure to reach out to them. They're really good at what they do. I do hope this video brought you some value, and if it did, please hit the like down below, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're automatically made aware of my videos each week. See you on the next one.